Bruce Springsteen, never been a big fan of the boss. Understand his appeal. Admire that he came from working class roots to become one of the most famous pop stars in the world. Music, Born in the USA is all right, but I'm not a big Bruce fan. So Bruce is a radical left-wing guy. I don't think even Bruce would dispute that. His whole life he's been a radical left-wing guy. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, most of the rock stars are that. Most of them are. It goes back to the Vietnam days, a protest song. It goes back to Woody Guthrie, all that. Okay? So Bruce is a very, very left-wing. So Jeep hires Bruce, probably paid him between $3 and $5 million to do the spot, because Springsteen doesn't do commercials. So I'm thinking about between 3 and 5, 2-day taping. White collar crime. I got a blue shirt, collar shirt on it. 3 and 5 million for a couple of days. And Bruce does a commercial for Jeep that says, we got to bring everybody together. And if you buy a Jeep, that's going to make it easier. Roll it.
There's a chapel in Kansas, standing on the exact center of the lower 48. It never closes. All are more than welcome to come meet here in the middle. It's no secret. The middle has been a hard place to get to lately, between red and blue, between servant and citizen, between our freedom and our fear. Now, fear has never been the best of who we are. And as for freedom, it's not the property of just the fortunate few. It belongs to us all. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, it's what connects us. And we need that connection. We need the middle. We just have to remember the very soil we stand on is common ground. So we can get there. We can make it to the mountaintop, through the desert, and we will cross this divide. Our light has always found its way through the darkness. And there's hope on the road up ahead.
So I don't know, if I buy a Jeep, I got to drive to the mountain or through the desert. Do I go to grandma's house? That was the dopiest commercial I've seen in years. Why? Because Jeep is using a committed left-wing individual to tell the whole country, including traditional people, conservative people, Trump voters, hey, if you get in a Jeep and you kind of drive to Kansas, then maybe we can get together or something like that. So I'm not sure Bruce was the right guy here. I'm not sure, because he does a radio program, and on his radio program, he consistently trashes people with whom he disagrees. Roll the tape.
But with 100,000 plus Americans dying over the last few months, and the empty, shamed response from our leaders, I've been simply pissed off. Those lives deserve better than just being inconvenient statistics for our president's re-election efforts. It's a national disgrace.
All right, well, Bruce, I guess, missed the vaccine development. I guess he missed that. All right, and he missed the fact that the governors of individual states were in charge of the COVID response in their states. I guess Bruce didn't get either of those two things. It was all about Trump wanting to be reelected for Bruce, in Bruce's mind. All right, Trump wanted to get reelected, and so he killed everybody with COVID. He didn't kill everybody. He didn't wear a mask, or he didn't do this, or he didn't do that. So there's legitimate criticizing about President Trump and COVID. but not this, not that kind of nonsense. So that's Bruce Springsteen on June 21st. He said that. October 28th, just a few months ago. Here's what he said. We don't have the tape on this. I guess somebody stole it, but here's the full screen on it. Quote, a good portion of our fine country, to my eye, has been thoroughly hypnotized, brainwashed by a con man from Queens. Mix in some jingoism, some phony patriotism, fear of a black planet, vanity, narcissism, paranoia, conspiracy theories, and a portion of our nation undergoing mass delusions and teetering on violence, and you're left with the greatest threat to democracy in my lifetime, unquote, Bruce Springsteen. Okay. So Springsteen is a zealot, and Jeep pays him all the money to sell Jeeps under the banner of Bruce and the Jeep organization is going to unite us. Hooey, I love that word, hooey, doesn't even come close to describing that.